So today I wanted to show you some of the stuff that's growing. We've got some asparagus plants here. You can see that they are just coming up. And in the back over here we've got about 6 Brussels sprouts. I moved these because they were getting a tremendous amount of sun, and one of the books said that they like a little bit of shade, so this is a little afternoon shade. But when I dug these up, they are triple root in the roots than what you can see here on the surface. So the wood chips are already starting to really provide a tremendous root basis for these. And we had some false spring, I guess, a couple of weeks ago. We had 80-degree days, and so I put in all of these little tomato plants, and it got close to freezing, so I came out here and put some wood chips on top of them to protect them, and they are starting to recover, but they were really starting to look great, and now they're still kind of puny, so we'll see how all of these go. And then I'll take you a little bit over here, and we've got some blackberries there and some raspberries there. We're going to put an arbor here in the middle, and we're going to have one of these happy little grapevines and one of these grapevines. And you can see the strawberries, and the strawberries, I actually had to move a couple of the strawberries too to put the grapevines in. And when I moved the strawberries had about a foot of roots there on the bottom. So we've got some flowers going on there, you can see. And we're hoping for some good strawberries. So we also then have another patch of asparagus here. I hope you can see that asparagus. I wasn't sure from a horticulture perspective where they would do better. This area is a little bit more shady than the other asparagus area. And then also with that transformer, the city could come conceivably dig up some lines here, and I didn't want permanent asparagus to be in an area where they would dig up. So the asparagus is broken up into 2 patches here. So I take you around over here to somewhat of the early plantings, and there's not a tremendous amount to see, but you know, I think it's going to be very cool to document what we're doing. So we've got a nice blueberry bush here, and then its little companion, and my husband said, "Why is that blueberry bush so much bigger than that one?" And I said, "Well, the big one was $20 and this one was $5." He said, "Oh, okay." So anyway, we've got a bunch of furrows built here, and my cats think that they are World War II trenches, so they hide out and attack each other and everything else. So not a whole lot going on. You can see a little cilantro coming up there, and we've got a little tiny broccoli going on there. There's some beets in this one, and you can see some tiny little carrots here, all growing along. Further down here, we've got Russian kale. It seems to be doing okay, and then we've got some various lettuces. My mom said, "Oh, you've planted them right for the bunnies." So we'll see. Also, as somewhat of an experiment, I was digging around in my compost pile the other day and saw some celery had sprouted. So I threw it in the ground there, and it seems to be trying to come up. So we'll see how all this works out. But the compost piles are doing really well. They've got manure and leaves and all kinds of kitchen scraps, and I started a vermicomposting project this past December, and it was a nightmare. I I didn't like vermicomposting. I'm not a worm person. I fought off all kinds of fruit flies, and then we had some sort of strange slime mold that took over, and the compost just it smelled like rotten vegetables, and it stained and my garage floor, and it was just kind of a mess. So I took the 2 pounds of red wigglers and divided them in half or in thirds and put them in each of these compost bins. So hopefully they're earning their keep, because they were expensive and they were freeloaders. So all right, there's our update for the week of April 20th.